Hey everyone, it's Matt. I just wanted to thank Chris Code up front for this beautiful problem. A little bit of a math moment going to happen here, so I thought since he was the one who sent around the original email, I should thank him. If you didn't receive it, I only realized after the fact that some of you didn't. Essentially, it looks like it's shoe magic. You'll see that down here. Shoe magic. Take your shoe size, multiply by 5, add 50, and so on, and the first two digits end up being your shoe size, and the last two digits end up being your age. After crossing out the magic and indicating it's shoe math, I thought maybe better yet, it's just plain old math. So, important little fact number one, math is fun, but it's not magic. So what I'm going to do, and I'm sure all of you are going to love to see this, I'm going to assume I don't know my shoe size. I can see my shoes, they're down there, but I'm pretty old. Bending down is hard to do. I don't really know what my shoe size is. So I'm just going to let it be S for now, and then I'll fill in the blank at the end when I have time to sit down and actually check my shoe size. If that's the case, then multiplying it by 5 gives me 5S. 5 times whatever number represented by 5S. I have to add 50 to that, so of course it's whatever I had plus 50 more. And I multiply by 20, a little bit of math on this step, I guess. So 20 times this whole thing, I can expand that to 100S, so 20 times the 5S, plus 1,000 more on the end. And what I'm noticing as I go through this is the S kind of staying out front, staying away from the other numbers. It wasn't affected by the 50. It wasn't affected too much by the 20. Obviously this value is changing, but it's still separate from the other numbers. Continuing on, the next step is to add 1014. And I see an interesting number when I do that. Oh, I didn't quite finish it here. I got 100S plus the 1,000 from the previous question, plus the 1014 more, which is 100S still separate from the other values, plus this number that looks somewhat familiar to me, 2014. And then as we finish up here, 100S plus the 2014, I'm going to subtract my year of birth. That I know, I don't have to check my sheet for that information. 1970, which gives me 100S still, again, pretty much unaffected by any of the, well, certainly unaffected by any of the additions, only affected a little bit by early multiplications, and the number 44. Now, as I check my shoe, I realize I actually wear a size 8 shoe, so that throws off your answer a little bit, but I end up with 100 times 8 plus that 44 as my final answer. And I guess if we're assuming there's a 0 here, the size of my shoe is first. The age that I will be this year, although I'm not yet, so don't think I'm that old yet, is the second number. But you can see throughout, it's just plain math. The initial starting point, the shoe size, is actually not related to the rest of the question in any way. It's just kind of separated mathematically because it's only affected by multiplications, and so we're able to kind of keep it separate right till the end. And then it's no real surprise if really all I'm asked to do all the way through is multiply my shoe size by 100 and then add the number, my age, to the second part of it. It's no real surprise that I will end up with my shoe size followed by my, again, age this year as my final answer of 844. Thank you very much, Chris. It was a wonderful math moment, and I'm sure everybody appreciates you sending that around.